Now there is a mystery dynamic to stealing, well, at least a mystery to me. We must infer in the theft a hiddenness. So stealing, at least initially, entangles or is embedded in hiding. It works in the dark, in the domain of the unknown or unawareness, and this is a domain. Governments which are corrupt, for instance, have the alchemy of their workings inside the darkness of hiddenness inside this domain. At some level of the execution, from the point of spiritual physics, the act of theft must be unseen or unnoticed. So then, as I have read from a man of God, the sequence of the acts of Satan, who comes to steal, kill, and destroy, is a cue card that tells of the sequence or consequences if the first one, stealing, is not found out. So when the stealing occurs, then the destruction can follow, or more to the point, if you can catch the thief in the stealing part of the sequence, then the killing and destruction part will be averted. So we must catch them at the stealing part. How do we catch them? We see them, we become aware of them. As it is suggested in the Bible, you must catch the thief, and only then will he pay up. Now there are two levels of catching the thief. The first is merely natural. You spot them before they climb through your window, or you find the leaked email of some government agency planning some sinister thing. The second level is entirely spiritual. It has to do with forces and dynamics that move in the spiritual worlds. This is where hiddenness is exposed by sight. So someone has to become aware of hidden evil things, in our own life or the life of nations. Only one brain is needed. Just one person who becomes aware of the hidden thing catches the thief. It is because a thing that is observed by another thing has a different qualitative state inside the fundamentals of existence. The thing behaves differently once seen, once outside the hidden domain. The angels can get to them with their swords. There is a different demand on a thing that is seen than a thing that is not seen. On a different topic, I understand there is concern, and properly so, that some new USA political candidates or voices are overt socialists. Imagine my surprise the other day when I perceived inside me God said to me, suddenly, saying of himself, I will become a socialist in this. Fortunately for me, the mad statement from God came with immediate understanding. I understood God was going to move money around. He was going to take hoarded money, hidden somewhere, and distribute it to poorer people and not even poor people. He is going to shake the pockets of the mountains of money, and that of earth itself, and distribute it. I suppose there are a lot of hidden money, so here we have again the hidden domain, and a whole lot of money was stolen and are still stolen from the people. Here is the stealing part. God for a moment will be a socialist, and flip those treasure chests, full of gold, upside down. On another topic, I saw a most terrible dimension the other day. And the words, most terrible, are not disproportionate adjectives. To understand this domain, we must first conceptualize the dimension of the natural, three-dimensional world our bodies are in. The natural dimension, which expands seemingly endlessly in its three-dimensional vectors outward, is also at the exact same time very thin, extremely narrow. Imagine a thin bed sheet that spreads out. The whole third dimension, our houses and mansions, and cities are all in this thin sheath. Now at the border of this thin natural dimension, that is when we cross the border, we find the dreadful dimension. It is not the underworld or second heaven or Klippeth, I suspect. Even the devil does not go there. I only perceived it for a small second and pulled back. Entirely black and dark and huge, and something like enormous tentacles, like that of an octopus, clawed and scraped mindlessly and hungrily at the border of its own confines. I am not sure what this place is, and I am never going there.